So in your bag, in your kit, you should have gotten a piece of square chipboard that you will need to score at, or that you will need to cut at a 12-inch. I just took a plate, kind of made a circle, and then another 8. You can do it on your Cricut, your Silhouette, or if you don't have either one, you can do it by hand. Just cut a circle and then an 8.5-inch circle as well. Okay. So in your bag, you got all these different kinds of strips, different colors, different sizes. And so you'll need to score them. Let me show you how to score them. That's how we're going to make all these little rosettes. Let me just move this out of the way. So you're going to take your bone folder and you're going to take your strip of paper and you're going to score. Some of them are scored at 1/4 of an inch. Some of them are scored at 1/2 inch. And some of them are scored at just between 1/2 and 1/4. So I did every 3rd line. So you can see my scoreboard, just to make it easier for me, I did these little lines so that I could know which one. So I did 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch, and then in between on the blue line, okay? So this one I will score at 1/2 an inch just to show you how to score. Just line it up, and then you're just gonna go to every 1/2 and just score all the way down. 9, 8.5, 8, 7.5, 7, 6.5. Just make sure your line is straight. Take your bone folder and just kind of hold your paper in line and just go from the top to the bottom of the paper. Okay? Once you've scored all of that all the way down, you can do all your paper at once or one at a time. I'm just going to show you how to do this first, and you're going to just accordion just like so all the way down through the whole 8. Okay, so some of them are scored at, or some of them are cut at 1 inch, 1.5 inch, 1 3/4. So the ones that are cut at 1 3/4, you actually have 2 pieces of paper. So you have a 12-inch plus a 6-inch. So you'll need to score them and then put them together. So you can see just going back and forth. Takes a little bit of time, just be patient. This is something that you can do, well, maybe in a couple hours, or just do it a little bit at a time. Your hands may get a little bit tired. I know mine did, doing them all. Okay, so once you do that, grab a little, maybe the scrap paper from your wreath. You get a little square piece of paper. You're going to put these together. And you're going to glue them down. I'm going to take this one. You can do it 2 ways. You can either do it like this and put both of them together and just leave it aside and let it go. Or you can put it together so the ones that are done, that are bigger, you're gonna take one over the other and just, so take your scissors, and there's a little white line. Only on your large ones do you want to cut off the white line. The other ones you may need it just to finish the whole circle. So just lay it in there. do a pinch and do the same on the other side. Okay. So now that they are all together, you can see they're all together. We're going to put them together and just put a little piece of glue. Just grab a little scratch piece of paper. Okay. So now to put the rosettes together, we're going to get some glue. And I'm just going to lay this on top, put it together, squeeze it, and see that little extra on top? You're just going to have to hold it till it dries. This part is a part that's really going to test your patience, so just be patient. So you do have extra strips in there. Use them or not use them, it's up to you. But make this your own. It's nice to copy, but I'm just giving you the idea. You can put it together. Maybe you have some ribbons you want to add to it, or leaves. I gave you some buttons and some flowers, extra flowers. Okay. So also in your little, you got a bunch of different buttons. You can put buttons on them and add it to it like so. Just undo that. And there you go. There's your first rosette. Very cute. Okay. So you can see on here all your little rosettes. These are going to go all around wherever you want to put them. That's why you have different sizes. So after you get all your rosettes together, you're going to take and lay them down on your little wreath that you did, and just however you want to put them down. It's entirely up to you. Arrange them. I put some flowers in there. Let's do another rosette here. A little glob of glue. I'm going to put this right on over, lay this down, squeeze it up, then you can see the little bit of glue that comes out. Maybe this one you want a little flower on it, or you want a little circle. There's some circles in there. There's some little baby flowers in there. Let's put this guy on here. All right. Put this right on the top. Okay, this cute little rosette is all done and ready to go. There's some brown ones in there. So let me show you how to do the flowers. The flowers, each of the flowers have a score line right in the center of each of the petals. I don't know if you can see it on that one. Maybe you can see it on the brown one a little bit better. But what you're going to do is you're going to take and just kind of fold it in half so that your petal kind of stands up. Just like that. So cute. And the same with the brown ones, just fold them up. You can see how I'm just kind of folding them. Okay. Now you're just going to take one of your dimensional or your foam squares and you're just going to pop it right in the center. And then you're going to take your flower and you're going to lay it right in the center. You can put a cute little button in it. And then what I did was I just laid them around after I laid my flowers and I got everything all kind of organized the way I wanted it. I just kind of laid that in there. So now let me show you how to do your owl. Everybody got an owl in your bag. Okay, so you're going to put your owl together. They're in layers. So there's a brown layer, a cream layer, and then the blue layer, and then you're going to put your little feet on. I kind of felt that I modified this a little bit after I had already put it together. I felt like this one needed to be a little bit bigger, so I made your owl a little bit bigger. It's 4 inches. So you're just going to kind of lay it in, maybe in the, well, let's try it on this side. So right where your flowers and this kind of come together, you can just lay him in and then just glue him to your flowers. Or you can just kind of put him in there and just glue him down. For your fall, I felt like it was a little bit blah. So I gave you a frame. So what you can do is put your little letters on your little piece of paper. And then I made you a frame. So I would put some dimensionals when you decide, like on here. So I would put dimensionals on this and it would just kind of pop up. That way it's not so flat. Okay, so I changed that a little bit too for you. And then I just added some extra little squares like this. I felt like it needed something more than just buttons. I felt like this was just kind of blah. It needed a little something. So use your imagination. Take some little, maybe a blue flower, put a brown one, kind of like this, how I did this, and just changed it up a little bit. But make it your own. And then as soon as you're done, you do have a little bit of some twine in there that I just kind of put. I thought it would be cute to kind of hold it. So you can just make a little bow on the side, put a little hole in the back, or you can actually just maybe even just string them in between so you don't even have to make a hole. And then just maybe make a cute bow at the top. maybe make a cute little bow right here. And then your paper is obviously thicker than this one, but there you go. There's your little wreath. Hang it on your door. Hang it up for the fall. But post it on heartsandcrafts.com so we can see your creation. Hope you enjoyed my video.